Welcome everyone to Resilient, Wild, and Unstoppable Interview Series. And you you told me your name as Rookie. So I'm going to say that because I don't want to butcher. I want to say Rukaya um, just to be nice. And I would love to introduce you to the community. Oh, you really need to hear her story. You need to hear what she has to say. Just so powerful. Her and I could talk for, I'm guessing, for hours. And we don't have hours today, so we will be continuing our conversation in the future. But Ruki, tell me what got you started on this journey of Together We Rise and building this community that you are building?
Thank you very much, Kat, for having me. And yes, most people call me Rookie because it's much easier. So I'm happy to be called either way. It's truly a pleasure to be here with you this evening. And just as you said, we have time. This conversation will go on for hours. But yeah, we are going to respect other people's time and ours as well. So thank you very much. What got me to start to get together we rise was the fact that as you can tell, I'm a first generation immigrant. I was born and bred in Ghana. I lived most of my life there. And I moved to the UK about 12 and a half years ago when I was highly pregnant with my first child. And the only person I knew was my husband. So all I knew was life in Ghana. And all of a sudden, I'm in a different part of the world. And everything was, should I say, 360 or 180 from what I'm used to.
Yes. Oh, you froze a little bit. Hopefully you come back.
I think there was a breakage there. Yeah, I was having to learn to figure everything out by myself, like the system, raising kids here, which is completely different from how I was raised, the community. It took the whole community to raise me. And then here I'm like, I don't even know my neighbor to start with. Yes, so it was such a learning curve. So from being having a career back home, I became a full-time mom overnight. And for the
Wow.
first 4 years in UK, I was a full-time mom raising my two daughters because I had my second daughter within 2 years. Yes, yeah, 4 years of being a full-time mom and learning the system. Then I managed to get out there to work. And 2022, I had my third baby, and I was almost becoming a full-time mom again. Then I thought, oh, I've loved being a full-time mom, but I've also loved working because, it's nice to be there with them, but then it also sometimes comes with financial pressure in a way. So it's
Mhm.
like, in as much as you want to be there, but it's also nice when you are both earning the income and it can make life a bit easy. So I thought about what could I do to work around childcare, and that led me into property. So,
Mm.
and when I started seeing how, the opportunities are out there for all of us. But sometimes when you are a first generation immigrant, you tend to have some extra hurdles to go through
Mm-hmm.
as compared to everyone else. So I started seeing the extra challenges. And I was like, okay, I get it. I get why a lot of women like myself would probably have dreams, but would not even feel confident to actually embark on it, or they would probably start and give up because they are not feeling like they have the support, the guidance, and the representation for them to actually embark on those dreams and ambitions. So
Mm-hmm.
I thought, okay, wouldn't it be lovely if we come together with our similar experiences and lived experiences to make it much easier for us? Because, for example, I remember in property, I was to do a refinance. and my refinance was turned down last minute. You know, when you are expecting the funds in your account in the next 2 days, and then they came back to say, sorry, we cannot lend to you because you have barely 1 year left on your visa. I
Mm,
tried explaining to them that, it's after that, I'm going to get on my indefinite leave to remain, but the lenders, it was much easier for them to say no than to, pay some attention to get to understand the kind of visa I was.
right.
So I had to start all over again with another lender, which came with, extra stress, extra the new lenders, because not many lenders were willing to lend to me. It was much more expensive than the previous one I had. That's just a bit of some of the examples. And also when I first started, like even now, most of the rooms, I find myself just being the only, person from maybe our ethnicity in rooms. So to most women, they will find that even though I would say like the rooms are always welcoming, but sometimes you feel something is missing. And I know there are lots of women that will not return to those rooms just because of that, due to maybe lack of self-belief or confidence among themselves. So yeah, I know we don't have much time, so I'm just trying to summarize. So these experiences got me thinking about how ethnic minority women with ambition, with dreams, with ideas can actually feel like they have some support network around them, to have some guidance and some representation for them to feel like they are confident enough to embark on those dreams. And not only that, I should also talk about the isolation bit. Just as I said, trying to figure everything on my own was quite
Hmm.
quite tough. And also sometimes you just want someone to talk to that understands what you're going through. And it was so difficult at the early years of me being here because I hadn't really established relations. So having this community, for even if the women do not just want to start a business or have any idea of business, but just want somewhere to belong, that we can share about culture, the stories, our food, our music, and just growing up as women from our different cultures. If we can share that among us, then it takes that bit of isolation away and, making us feel belonging. And um, yeah, and I believe with that, we will start building the confidence as well. So as part of Together We Rise, I actually do bring experts in because I know confidence is one of our biggest challenge and our mindset. So
Hmm.
having the expert to help us work on that confidence, and you can imagine, because when you've lived most of your life somewhere, you've got your family, your network, and all of a sudden you are in a new environment, probably with young family now that you are trying to raise. You just tend to lose your confidence along the way. So it would take a bit of work for you to actually feel confident enough to show up and embark on dreams. So yeah, in the nutshell, that's what led me to Together We Rise, and also simply what we are doing in Together We Rise. So sharing each other on, and yeah, sort of supporting one another to embark on our dreams with shared knowledge, shared experiences to make it much easier for ourselves.
Yeah. And I love the name of it with Together We Rise because it speaks community and it speaks connection. And I'm curious as to what your vision is, your long-term vision is for Together We Rise, because I can see the power behind it. And it's a curiosity of mine if you have a vision for it.
My vision is to have like the women within there actually feeling like they have a sisterhood, that they know they can feel supported, and in terms of their financial dreams as well, they are actually able to embark on those financial dreams to become, financially secured and stable because most of us, that yeah, we tend to end up in jobs that are minimum paid, and that means we have to work more hours to be able to earn what another person
Mhm.
that is on a well-paid job. So it tends to leave us with not much time to actually want to do something for ourselves. But having the women here as taking into consideration all the challenges, the childcare challenge, like for example, lending sometimes it's not in favor of us, but how can we go around that to still make it work for us? And I mentioned visa issues that we are trying to raise a lot of capital to probably be able to renew your visa. So when your focus is that way, you feel like you can't even afford mentorship or coaching. But in Together We Rise, with even when you cannot afford the coaching, you might still get some coaching in a way, in one way or another, which can help you take the steps. So yeah, I'm hoping that in long term, the women there would have financial stability. It's like something major, and also our culture, like sharing our culture and just holding on to it, so we still feel like we are connected in that.
Mhm. Yeah, that's so amazing. And I want to know if you have some powerful super tips that you can offer our audience, because there's so many people that I've met, women that I've met that maybe don't have that community, that don't know how to reach out to a community, don't know what those steps are that can really put them on that path.
For me, I think if one of the languages I use a lot with Together We Rise is that you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have it all figured out. Just come as you are. You belong. We will build as we grow. So yeah, sometimes it's a matter of, for example, you might think that it's too much to ask. Like I'm probably going to bother the other person. But you never know. Maybe the other person is also feeling lonely and is even looking for somebody that they can connect with on such a level so you can support each other. So if we can forget about feeling we are probably disturbing the other person and just master the courage to ask,
Hmm.
just master the courage to ask. If you ask and it's no, it's better than not asking at all when it could have been a yes. And also understanding that yes, if you ask and you get a no, it's yeah, it doesn't mean you shouldn't ask again. You can go ahead to ask, and then at the right time, you are likely to find the right person that will say yes to you, and you take it from there. Yeah. So I would just say, don't feel like you are waiting to have the perfect moment, to have it all figured out, or to have probably someone come to get you into things. Sometimes we have to take those bold steps ourselves and for the doors to open for us. So try to feel free to ask.
Yeah. And build that confidence along the way because I can, even though you've spoken about confidence, your confidence shines based on the steps that you've taken to really stay true to you and be that that beacon of light for others.
Thank you very much.
So
and I and I say this like I tell people I'm not even that confident, but then I'm just ready to go after my dreams and learn. And I believe that the more I'm showing up, the more I'm getting involved, the more I'm building that confidence, and it will get me somewhere. Because if you don't take the steps, you remain where you are. So yeah, thank you very much for seeing me to be confident. Because within my soul mind, I don't feel as much confident.
it's there. It's just wanting to come out. I can see it's, coming out of you and shining bright. You have
Thank
a
you.
glow about you. So,
Thank you very much.
is there anything else that you want to share with our community, with others that might see this video in the future, that really speaks to who you are, where you're going, and what your dreams are, since that is something that you brought up?
I just want to thank you, first of all, for all you're doing. Yeah, I've looked at the group and I can see how many interviews you've done so far. So thank you very much for putting the effort in and the time to, have these conversations with us and show us. So for me, like now, I think I'm at the point where I'm trying to get ambassadors on board with me because I believe that I can't do this alone. Yeah, just as the name says, together we rise. So currently, I'm looking for ambassadors that believe in this mission that can we can join hands in terms of, for example, if they are ethnic minority in the UK, and if they are from different ethnicity from myself, it means that they can have that experience of their ethnicity helping the community. Or it could also be someone that is got their expertise in business, confidence, mindset, clarity, coaching, and stuff like that. That I can work with them so they can come in the community to support the women. And yeah, hopefully in one way or another, we support one another and then we grow together.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh, this has been such a powerful interview, and I enjoy your energy, and I know we are going to keep talking even beyond this interview. So I want to really thank you, and I really appreciate you.
Thank you very much once again for having me. And I hope the listeners find something useful in it. So thank you.